Greetings everybody, coming to you from my 2012 Mercedes-Benz S350 Bluetec, and I'm heading right at the sun, so hopefully the video is watchable. Just wanted to give a quick update. I've had this car about 4 months now, and I've actually been driving it pretty extensively. Quite a few road trips, and I've put about 8,200 miles on it since I've gotten it. And you know, it's actually, it's not been perfect, but it's been reliable. It's never left me stranded. I've never had a check engine light. It is still covered by the AEM warranty for like another, I don't know, 36,000 miles or something like that. I will have an update on my GLK 250, which is getting a bunch of stuff replaced under warranty. I'll go into more details when I get that car back, maybe tomorrow. And I'm actually going to swap it with this car. This one's had an oil leak ever since I bought it, and it's not real bad, but it's finally started leaving a couple drops on the garage floor every time I park it. And I did post a video a bit earlier about that, but thanks to somebody commenting on my video, figured out what it was. And that is the gasket for the oil cooler, sorry, not oil cooler, oil filter housing. So I'm going to have the dealer replace that. I looked into doing that myself, but you know, I pick and choose the jobs I want to get into, and it looked like you have to disconnect a whole bunch of stuff to get to that. And I'll probably have them throw a new belt in there as well, because the belt, because of where that oil is leaking out, oil has gotten on the belt. And yeah, again, it's been like that ever since I've had the car, and I could probably just ignore it for, you know, indefinitely. It hasn't dropped any oil on the dipstick, doesn't burn any oil or anything like that. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this thing holds up over time. You know, I did have to do some repairs, and they weren't cheap, but I mean, nothing that prevented me from continuously driving the car. I talked about all that in a previous video. In summary, the electronic parking brake module, one of the front air shocks had been replaced previously with an aftermarket shock that just basically disintegrated. It was giving a loud bang noise whenever I would go over certain bumps, so I had that replaced. It's been quiet ever since. And oh yeah, my keyless go driver's door handle wasn't working, so they replaced that. The handle itself was way cheaper than I thought. Not too much labor, but there was like a $160 charge to paint the door handle, because I guess they come from the factory unpainted. But other than that, I actually haven't done any maintenance to it, because the guy I bought it from, he did the transmission oil and the coolant, I think. No, the coolant was done earlier. The transmission oil, the brake fluid, he had a couple oil changes done while he owned it. Most recently was at 92,000. So when we click over here, it shows doing 1,500 miles. So I'm guessing they'll probably just naturally do that when they replace the filter housing at the dealership. And if they don't, that's fine. I'll probably run 10 or 11,000. I've had pretty good luck with that interval, and even higher, because I tend to do more highway driving, and I always warm the engine up. this car had a history of, at least according to the repair orders, the dealer in New Mexico, Mercedes of New Mexico, or Albuquerque, yeah, that's it, put the wrong oil in it at least 2 times. The most recently at 88 when they did the AEM warranty. It's just amazing to me how stupid some dealers are. They're supposed to know these cars, but they actually don't. And then they did it once before. The oil was in there for about 8,000 maybe. It does not seem to have hurt anything. This most recent time, I think the 4,000 miles, it didn't hurt anything. However, I have noticed one thing. I just remembered this. Recently, it seems to have been in regeneration when I get home, and you can hear that because the fans are running and the little tick underneath the car from the I'm guessing the DEF injector ticks faster while it's regenning than it does when it's not regenning. And of course then the hot burning plastic smell. It's not really bad in this car, but it's been worse in some other cars. Extensive regens will trigger a check engine light at some point. I actually should pull codes today, since I'm taking it to the dealer tomorrow, just to see if that's something. Now that would be covered by the AEM warranty. But since the dealer put it in there, it's actually, I think, their fault. And maybe they just put it wrong on the repair order. Maybe they actually did put the right order oil in there. I don't know. There's no way to know. It's like a couple years ago or something like that. And DEF usage has been way lower than I thought, because I think they last filled it up at 88,000 miles, and I just finally, less than 1,000 miles ago, got the warning. I just bought two cases of it. I got the Fram kind. It's just as good as anything else. Dumped 5 gallons in there. You actually, on these Mercedes Benzes with the DEF tank in the trunk, they always say you need a special adapter and the little 1-quart bottles that screw in and blah 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 and cost $20 a piece. No, you don't. Just buy the regular jug, stretch the hose out, dump it in there. Easy, just as any other car. The only thing you have to do is take the spare tire out, and then you're good to go from there. So I dumped those in there. I was getting a little nervous because the other DEF had been in there for 2 years, and I think that's really pushing it for its lifespan. But now that it's been mixed in / replaced with fresh fluid, I think we're good. And plus I'll go through this, I don't know, probably in like 6 to 8 months this time around. Yep, gotta drop me. Oh, hear that whining noise? Oh, I did want to comment on that. I kept forgetting. Make it do it. So that whining noise, I actually had a new one of these, not the diesel, but the gas, and it did that from brand new. I actually claimed lemon law on that. Well, there was a lot of other things wrong with it. That was one of the other things, and it was louder in the other car, but they never did get rid of that sound. Did it from new, didn't seem to affect anything. So I actually just consider that a characteristic of the car. The inside of the car is so quiet that you hear things like that you wouldn't normally hear in other cars. I mean, I'm going like 77 here, and yeah, it's just super quiet. Wait, let's get the cruise set here. There we go. I should be doing 72 because of the lowered speed limit. Anyway, I lost my train of thought, but I think I've pretty much covered everything. You know, I think this car is so satisfying to drive. I just really, there's nothing like an S-Class. And the W221 is really, truly an amazing car. And this is one of the last years for this body style, so most of the bugs, I think, have been worked out. All the electronics work fine. There's never been an issue with the air conditioner. Just seems pretty solid. I do expect to have to put money into it to keep it going, but I don't expect anything major. And you know, again, it is really nice having that AEM warranty on it. It covers a lot of stuff. So, all right, on that note, everyone have a great day, and that's it.